So we are back with a brand new episode of Walkin and Talkin with Tim, and my guest today is Heather Jones. That's two Heathers in a row, actually. And Heather is the owner of Mr. Appliance, a brand new business. What? Not brand new.
About 6 months.
About 6 months, and located in South Jersey and in South Philly.
Yep.
So first, let's tell the world exactly what Mr. Appliance is and does.
We are an appliance repair business.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. Servicing all major household appliances in areas in South Jersey and Philadelphia. Servicing, your standard refrigerators, washer dryers, dishwashers, that sort of thing.
A lot of good reviews too.
Yes.
I've seen you post your reviews and you got great reviews.
Yes, we do have a 5-star Google rating. I think we're at about 55 right now.
Right. So basically when the fridge goes or when the dryer stops working or whatever, you're the one to call.
Give us a call, yes.
Giddy up, love it. So let's get right into you, Heather. Let's talk about you. So Heather told me a lot of good stuff. So, and we're going to start right at the beginning. So I was told I wasn't allowed to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway because she started out in South Philly when you were tiny,
Yes.
like I did when I was little. I was a Philly kid, and you guys moved to Jersey.
Yes.
And so you're basically a Washington Township girl.
Yes, I graduated from Washington Township High School.
Right, exactly. And then you told me you met your husband Dave.
Yep.
Davy Jones, not to be confused with the guy from the Monkees. And so you met your husband, and you said it was a complicated story.
It was a little bit.
We're not going to get into it, but it was a friend of a friend, all that good stuff. And so you and your husband have been together for 27 years.
We've been married for 27, together for 32.
See that? I was close, right? I was almost there.
Yep.
So, and you've got a daughter in college,
Yes.
and you've got a son at Triton, right?
Yes.
Not too bad for an old man like me. So, a couple of things that we talked about. So the most interesting thing I thought was the fact that what did you do for fun when you were a kid?
I was a bit of a tomboy. I raced BMX bikes, rode motorcycles, raced sprint cars, just anything that I could do with the boys.
So explain to the general public what racing sprint cars means.
It means going on a dirt track and turning left in a circle many times.
So it's dangerous. Yeah,
Fireproof suit and a helmet and a roll cage.
If you have to wear a fireproof suit, I'm pretty sure it's dangerous. I love that you did that. That's to me, that's pretty cool stuff, right? I don't know about you, but your kids should be going, yeah, we got the cool mom.
I hope they do.
Right? And we talked a little bit about, we talked a little bit about, I'm always slowing people down because it's really hard to walk and do this. So we talked a little bit about how you got started with the new business. And this is a cool story because, it's always like you're jumping off a cliff, and thinking, oh, it'll be fine. The bungee should work.
Yeah. Build that plane on the way down.
It'll work. Everything will be fine. We'll bounce right back. It's all good. So talk a little bit about, what it's like to be a new business and, it's fun and scary and all that.
It is definitely a mix of fun and scary when you take that leap, and then you have to figure it out. How to handle employees, how to make the phone ring for jobs. So it's very rewarding, but at the same time, it's a learning experience that we struggle through.
It takes all your time.
It does take all of the time.
You have any free time?
Very little, but that's expected, I think, in the beginning till we get rolling.
If you told me you had a lot of free time, I'd say you're doing something wrong.
You're definitely doing something wrong.
Doing something wrong. So listen. So you talked to me about some of the things that you do in your free time. You just before we started walking said one of them was feeding the chickens. What's that about?
That is our relaxation at night. We go out and let the chickens free range and sometimes maybe have a drink and just relax and like the pool.
Right. I love it. I mean, it's perfect. So the other thing that you said that you like to do was go camping.
Yes.
So wait, so she's got a fifth wheel, right? Well, how big?
I think it's like 37 and a half foot, I think.
It's a big trailer.
It's pretty big.
Big trailer. Dave's got to haul that thing around, right, Dave? You know, he said he does like doing it, or no?
He does not.
He does not. Sorry, Dave.
We used to travel, but now we're more seasonal people.
Oh, that's right. You said you parked it.
Yeah.
In somewhere in Mays Landing, right?
Yep.
Somewhere in Mays Landing.
Yes.
He's a seasonal camper now.
Yes.
So, but you said your kids dig it.
Yes. They
wouldn't use that word, but they like it.
Exactly. They like bringing their friends down and hanging out, and I love having them all there with all of their friends. It's great. So,
interestingly enough to me, when you're an entrepreneur like you and me, we talked about being in high school. So, and we talked about the fact we both hated it. And you said, you were lucky if you showed up for class, right?
Sometimes.
I'm telling all our secrets.
I wasn't the best student. No.
Yeah, you got probably a straight A's, right?
Yes.
Across the board. Across the board. And what's funny is, I mean, talk about that, because to me, I feel like most of us that are hustling and out there like making this stuff work from the ground up, we were those kids in school that were like, I have no time for this. I hate being here.
We did not want to sit in that desk in school. It was
not even a little.
Not even a little bit. I did everything I could to get out of it. And my parents were thrilled when I finally graduated.
Oh, wait, but we have to talk about, because we were kidding. I said, if you were anybody from the Breakfast Club, who would you be? And she didn't pick anybody, but I told her she'd probably be Ali Sheedy, all cleaned up, because of what she told me. You said that you got a lot of detentions.
I did spend a lot of time in detention.
On Saturdays.
I spent my fair share in the Saturday class. Not something I wanted to bring up, Tim, but thanks.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. That's the magic. You did that stuff. You did the Saturday, and you did the summer school stuff.
Yep. That
you had to go through to make you realize that, you know what? I think I can handle myself. Yes. You said it to me. What were your words? You said it teaches us, right?
It does, and it finally made sense all going into my senior year, that I was only punishing myself and to get my act straight and finished out. So
you said you played sports too, though, which is ironic to me that you didn't like school. However, you played field hockey.
It's probably the only thing that kept me in there.
Yeah.
Was playing field hockey because you had to show up to be able to play. So
you missed practice and you're out.
That's right.
And Township that's a huge school, right? Yes. Always was.
Yeah.
So to be on any team down there, you had to be pretty good.
Yes. Yeah,
right?
They were very competitive, the years that I was playing.
So you liked it? You had fun?
Yes. That was probably the only part of it I liked about school.
It was it. Just field hockey.
Exactly.
And Saturday sessions, they were, whatever. All good stuff. I had my fair share of that stuff. But, again, I think that, a lot of folks like us, a lot of people that are entrepreneurs, are not, we're not the norm. We are the exception to the rule, because we're nuts.
We don't fit in that little box.
We don't fit in that little box.
I think it's more like we don't like to being told what to do.
That too. That too. How are your kids with that?
My daughter is, did really well in school and thrived, and she's in college. My son also has good grades, but he'd really prefer not to be there. He's going into the trades. He's looking at becoming a union electrician.
Oh, nice.
So they're two separate paths, but proud of both of them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and it's funny to me because my daughters were both very studious as well. Mostly thanks to my wife. I'm thinking, but they still come from me, which thank God. they have their mother, because I don't know how else it would have worked, you know. But they both we got them both through college, and it's not easy, right?
It's not. They don't come with instructions.
So the other thing you told me is that you like to listen to podcasts.
Yes.
And your favorite type of podcast is
Really F.
Really F.
Yeah.
So Andy Frisella, our boy Andy Frisella, 75 Hard.
Yep.
Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Devin, the whole crew. Listen, you did 75 Hard twice, you said.
Yes.
And you haven't finished it yet.
No.
So I'm going to do it right now, right here in this recording. I'm going to put a challenge out to her, because I got a trip coming up on Labor Day, but when I get back, I'm doing it again. It's game on. So if you want to join in, if any of you guys want to join in, right after Labor Day, I'll throw out a date on Facebook or something. But it'll be fun. We can get a whole crew going.
Challenge accepted.
Yes, there you go. We'll get a whole chat going. So what do you like to do when you go home besides feed the chicken? What's your Zen game?
I usually read or listen to an audiobook. That's my downtime at night. Trying this, 75 Hard, cutting out the alcohol. So I'm trying the alternatives to that. So I just try to relax by reading and listening to audiobooks.
And we talked about also how hard it is when you start a business, to get new business going, right?
Yes.
You said you're in PA and Jersey, and you had to go through all this crazy stuff with Google to get yourself on Google and doing Google ads and that crazy stuff, and getting your Google reviews and all that good stuff. So what do you think? What would you say is the hardest thing about the beginning of the new business? What's the hardest part?
Getting your name out there. You build a business, you put a sign out front, but that doesn't mean anyone knows you're there. So learning,
Phone ain't gonna call itself.
Yes. Learning marketing, getting out there, networking, getting involved in the community, sponsoring, local events and local teams.
Having events?
That kind of thing. Yep, having events. Just, taking the time to get out there, but also while you're trying to run a business at the same time. So, it's hard to get that balance right.
It's extremely hard to get that balance right, especially when you just started.
Yes.
So, but this is good.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody didn't know who you were and what you were doing and exactly what Mr. Appliance was, then they're learning right now. It's good. So, if people want to find you and they want to find Mr. Appliance, how do they do that?
I'm on Facebook, Heather Jones, and the business account is Mr. Appliance of Runnemede and Southeast Philadelphia. On LinkedIn is Heather Jones. And of course, you could always call the office at 856-249-0055.
See that? So if you've got an appliance that's got a problem, call my pal Heather, because she's going to get you fixed up. So, listen, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
This is lots of fun talking to you today. And for the rest of you guys, keep on walking, keep on moving. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, especially YouTube. Please follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to get that going.
Follow Tim on YouTube.
Follow Tim on YouTube. And thanks for watching. And we will see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin'
with Tim.
Boom. Peace.